Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa, and I'm so excited to welcome back to the show Michelle Gillette. She is a 4-time certified brain health coach, life coach, and here to bring awareness to Alzheimer's Month.
Yes.
Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you. So nice to be back home.
Right?
Yeah, right.
So what does it mean to be a brain health coach? What does that mean?
Well, there are a lot of experts. I don't consider myself an expert, actually. I'm a coach that helps implement what the experts are putting out there. They've done tons of research. There's a lot of really great advice out there about how to prevent Alzheimer's, how to, through lifestyle, have healthier ways of living that can prevent Alzheimer's and other diseases. So it's really about promoting that and helping people with the implementation stage.
Let's dive into that. I want to know, because I have not great memory, I'm not going to lie. And it's been with my whole life, though. I don't even think it's like gotten progressively worse. It's like it was always there. So what can people do with their brain health?
So everybody is their own individual, and there could be 20 people in a room and 20 different reasons why they're having some kind of brain fog. So we go and talk to the person. As a coach, we would really go into their history. So one person might not be sleeping well. Sleep apnea is you get about 2 times the likelihood of getting Alzheimer's if you have sleep apnea. If somebody's obese, they have twice the chance of getting Alzheimer's. So it's really, so we would look at lifestyle things. So for that person with sleep, maybe it's sleep apnea, maybe they're drinking alcohol at night, and that's causing a cortisol spike.
I'm boozing for sure. I'm not
Okay.
I'm joking.
Lots of alcohol. Yes, sir.
Keep going.
Yeah, so alcohol can cause a spike, right?
I'm joking.
Yeah.
I don't
so,
drink and I sleep well, but keep going. I'm trying to find out my Alzheimer's now. Just
yeah.
Go on.
No, but so it could be sleep, it could be somebody's not exercising enough, it could be that they've been around, they've had in a home with water damage and the mycotoxins from mold. So we really go through and ask about each thing. It could be depression, it could be stress, it could be a lot of things that are causing people.
And we know that there's no known cure, but what can we do to prevent Alzheimer's?
So I'd say the top 5 things are, one is, like I said, get enough sleep, because when we sleep, we actually activate a process where our neural spinal fluid goes up and washes our brain like a dishwasher almost. So it's really cool that it does that, but it only works if it only gets triggered if we're getting adequate sleep, so that it's doing it properly, like thoroughly. So imagine your dishwasher and you've got debris in there. Our brain can have debris too from mycotoxins, right? So that it goes up and swishes it through. If we're not sleeping well, we're not getting the benefit of that process. So that would be one thing, is good sleep. And then good sleep is also going to keep you from eating all the carbs and having carb cravings the next day. It's going to help your relationships. So if you have better relationships, you're going to have more connectivity, and those type things help people. So that would be sleep. Number 2 would be exercising. So we would want to exercise, try for like 150 minutes per week. Maybe that's 5 times a week, 30 minutes. And then you can kind of decide what kind of exercise you want to do. Maybe you want to do some that create more neuroplasticity, like dance or qigong, or something that does cross.
It helps with the hymasync, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
and get both parts of the brain.
So just to get a little more, I was joking before, but my great-grandma had terrible Alzheimer's, and it can be devastating for a family and devastating for anybody experiencing it themselves, I'm sure. And how many people are dealing with? I'm sure so many people. Obviously, we know mental health is a major issue.
Right.
But Alzheimer's is something that it creeps up in a family, and it can really be. You have to have caregivers, and you've got to have all kinds of things. It's a devastation to everybody.
Everybody.
How do we deal with that?
Well, first of all, for your first question, how many people? It's about, I think, 5.6 million people-ish. I mean, the different websites will say different things and experts, but when they declared National Alzheimer's Month, that was in 1983, Ronald Reagan, there was like 1 million. So we're on this big incline. So you're right, it is increasing, and with the demographics, it's only going to get more so. And so that brings in caregivers. It is absolutely debilitating, emotionally, physically, mentally, financially. So I think one of the things that I like promoting is giving some love to the caretakers, supporting them in their efforts, because it can really break a family apart. Everybody's not on top of their game when they're not sleeping, they're stressed, they've got a lot of emotional heft dealing with it. So I think obviously prevention tips, and then we want to look at supporting the caregivers and really being mindful of how you're interacting with family, because everybody's at that tipping point. And I've watched in my own family where, maybe resentments are formed,
Right.
and that can break
But
apart.
this is new because, I mean, years back, people thought Alzheimer's was just something that you had in your genetics, and if you got that, you just had it and you have to deal with it. And now, science and, of course, spiritualities know this, we've known this the whole time, that there is a possibility of adjusting some life and maybe
Yeah.
diminishing that or potentially having a miracle around it, whatever that is. But it's fascinating to just have you come in and talk about these things, preventative, because I don't even think that was ever even part of the conversation.
Right. And some
years
people
ago.
are still saying there is no prevention. Listen, there's no guarantee. But you know what? If you're eating the right way, you're eating a lot of good, like fish oils, and you're really replenishing, you're nourishing your body. If you've got the spirituality, if you've got all these lifestyle things that are helping you, then, you're, and like, even addressing sleep or sleep apnea, like I just said, or obesity, if those are doubling your chances, then these are also reducing your chances when you're addressing them. So the fact that we now have all these experts out there and all these great books that we can address those things, it is amazing. It's a great opportunity. Again, no guarantee about it, but why not?
And what do you have with you today?
Okay, so I mentioned before, Franny Goldie is going to offer 10%. I offer a 10% discount on her things with the code MG10, but she is offering to give a portion of her sales to Music Men's Minds, the charity that supports. So this is one of my favorite things, her Jet Setter wrap. So I just brought a couple things. I'm wearing a few things that she's designed. Yes, so I love this, especially because I can go like that.
Oh, love it.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, so it's great on an airplane. It's great, dating
for
night,
meditation.
that type of thing. Absolutely.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nap on the airplane.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful. And then, of course, the top and the pants are from her as well.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for being with us. You can get more information in the recent issue of Focus magazine on healthy, sexy brains, contributed by our very own Michelle Gillette right here. Can you tell everyone where they can find and follow you and learn more about how to have a healthy, sexy brain?
Yeah. Michelle Gillette _ on Instagram, and Michelle Gillette Coaching on the web. That's my website. And those are the two main places. Yeah.
Thank you so
Fantastic.
much for being with us
Thank
today.
you for having me. I
Michelle.
appreciate it.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.